Good morning! So I'm about to head out to the Creator and Cultivator conference. I'm actually running a bit late. So I've got my box here that has my badge. I'm actually gonna back there. Yeah, I'll check in once I'm there. Let's go check them out. So I'm getting the steak oden. Let's bring out Jenna Dewan! Hi guys! Wow, but it was a really good lesson for me when I was in a bad place where I was depressed or in like major grief. Grief is its own thing. It was one of my first experiences with major grief, and you have to move through it. You have to feel it. You have to love yourself while you're feeling it. Know that you're not going to feel this way forever. Know that there will be the dawn will break. Like giving myself the space and grace to really feel awful, and then just know it was coming. Absolutely. Let's welcome to the stage Allison Satter and Kourtney Kardashian, founder of Pooh! I've definitely taken on projects that I wasn't super passionate about in the past, but I think what I learned from that was really to only take on, something that my heart and soul was really in. And so I think, because I'm also have a full-time job with the show, so I think when someone sees you face to face, there's something different of it. You're an actual human with a story, and even if you know who you are and know everything, it's just like there's such a difference. Hi, I hope you enjoyed that clip. There was actually a lot more than what I was able to document on film because it was just really hard to shoot at the event with all the people and the background. As well as I really wanted to have a good time myself. Across the board, with so many speakers and women who are respected in their own ways, either they are as a matter of fact, celebrities, actresses, TV personalities, influencers, business women, entrepreneurs, or leaders in organizations. There's like a lot of information and good advice that has been given during the day. And I summarized 5 things across the board being iterated a lot. So number 1, first and foremost, is be unapologetically yourself. Really the moment you start to allow yourself to just be yourself and accept that and let your true self shine, everything, the pieces start to fall together. Well, one of the best quotes I got from the conference is that all you can ever be is yourself. I mean, this is so true for a lot of people. When we kind of grew up, didn't really know who we are, and we're trying to pretend to be someone cool. And honestly, pretending to be someone is the most harming thing. You define your own path. You are the unique you. No one can change that. And integrate that into our day. When we encounter things like competitions, distraction, we're able to have that sense of grounding and stay in our own lane. So takeaway number 2, focusing on the good. So there are actually a couple of layers to that. The most obvious layers, I think, there are a lot of haters. There's a lot of negativities out there. And is that really something you should spend your energy on? Our energy is so finite. What do you really spend that on? Do you really want to agonize over
those negativities, or you just delete and ignore. If we want to feel inspired, nourished, and with good energy, then we need to align all these people, relationships, our space, community, and so that we create this system that really supports the kind of lives we want. And instead of dispersing our energy on haters, things without good intentions. Another layer of this, focusing on the good, is when it comes to rejections, that happens to everyone. Like, it happens to all the people who have succeeded as well. So in retrospect, it's really important to know that rejections are not the thing that really gonna matter in the end, but it is the one person or the only person who actually believes in you and said yes, right? So that's really what we need to focus our energy on, instead of agonizing over the rejections, putting ourselves down and going into that downward spiral. So focus on the good. Takeaway number 3 is setting yourself up for long-term success. We're definitely in this day of age that, everything is designed to be on demand. And when it comes to personal goals and success, it almost became unbearable that, if we put in a lot of hard work that doesn't gratify in a certain period of time. We kind of be conditioned to expect quick outcomes, especially when there are all these overnight success stories. You know what, at the end of the day, it's really about the long-term goal, because when you actually plan for something long-term, methodically, step by step, and that's when you can actually have a sustainable lifestyle. And if you think about building a high-rise, you have to dig a really deep foundation. The deeper you dig, the higher the building can go, and then all the beams, supporting structures, is really a whole system that you need to design and implement. It might take weeks, months, years to get that done. And in terms of personal life, some of the key foundations that ensure success is our health, our community, and our support systems. So these are always going to be worth to spend time to do it right, and then along the way also maintain it, so that whatever you're building can really come to life and in a way that's sustainable. And takeaway number 4. This one is about staying true to your values. And it's really reflected on all the thoughts, decisions, and actions that's made, and whether that's in accordance to these values. Especially in today's world, a lot of problems are pretty complicated to solve, and they have conflicting requirements, really put our value to test. Sometimes it's very tempting to sacrifice our values for some short-term gain. But again, going back to the last point, in the long term, the more you can stay true to your value, the easier it will be for you to really navigate your path that's really true to yourself. Just having those very strong, viscerally integrated values really helps us to have healthy boundaries. And it's really something that's really worth reflecting on. For example, if I say I really value time, I respect time, but how is that being reflected in when I'm asking of other people's time? And then in the meantime, when I'm being asked to do certain things that I know is not the best use of my time, am I speaking up? And at the end of the day, what value brings boundaries and the non-negotiables as some of the tougher conversations. We are really the only person that can safeguard that. And takeaway number 5. So this one is more of a methodology in terms of achieving some of the bigger goals and visions we have in life. Basically, you gotta break down your goal into smaller manageable pieces and have measurements in correspondence to help you track your progress and stay on track. Making this conscious integration of this methodology when we are looking at our goals, figuring out the smaller steps, and even breaking the smaller steps into micro mini steps, especially if we don't have really the resources today to achieve it. What are some of the things we can take action now that get us a little bit further? When we have these grand visions for our life, we want to make big changes in terms of lifestyle, we can really get discouraged because the goal is just so far away from us. So how do we actually make sure we stay on track and track our progress? Is really boils down to the measurement. What are the metrics for this step, for this time, And we have to get really honest about that. That will not only keep us progressing, but also help us to not get distracted. For my YouTube channel, my first video, my metrics was just to practice 10 editing skills I just learned and applied in that video. And there was actually a lot of work that just went into that. Once I did it, you know, hey, that's a box check, I'm on track, and I got to celebrate, give myself the credit. If I didn't have a very clear metric, I might have been focusing on things like, oh, I didn't get enough views, no one watches my video. But you know what? That's completely doesn't matter at this stage, and it's just a distraction and discouragement that would have steered me away from why I started doing this channel. To share all the tools and tips and perspectives I have on health and wellness, and be able to make you feel good and integrated within the mind and body. And if you want to see more video of that from me, please subscribe and comment down below what you think of these 5 takeaways and the conference, whether you were there or you're thinking of going. I love to continue the conversation with you all, and have a great day or evening, and I'll see you next time.